Hey, welcome back. In this video, we will discuss about the type annotations or the type hints in Python. Okay, so Python type annotations, also known as type hints, are an optional syntax used to explicitly specify the expected data types of variables, function parameters, and the return values. Okay. So Python is a dynamically typed language. So what do I mean by that? So we have seen that before, right? When we have discussed about the primitive data types in Python, we have seen that Python is a dynamically typed language. So let's see that in action. So I will declare a variable name equals to, I will do John. All right. And then I will print the type of name. Okay. All right. Run the program. As you can see, we are getting class str string. In case if you have some experience with Java or C++, then you know that while declaring the variable, you have to declare the type of the variable as well. Here in Python, we do not have to do that. Okay. But optionally, we can do that. So here what I can do, I can add a colon here after the name and do something like, it will be a string, so str. So that type which we just saw. Okay. So now the name is now typed properly. Okay. So this is totally optional. Okay. So if I now run the program, as you can see, we are still getting class string. All right. This is good. So let's do another variable. Let's call it age. That should be an integer. Okay. All right. And here I can do something like 20. Okay. All right. So now, as you can see, we are having this one here. Okay. So this is totally good. This is totally good. Now let's discuss about the functions here as well. Okay. So as you can see, you can annotate the type as the primitive data types here. Okay. So let's see the function in action. Okay. So now let's add a function def greet that will take a name. I will not type that yet. And it will return the f string. Okay. And it will be hello, comma, name. And now I want to uppercase the name. So now if I just do dot and control space, as you can see, we are not getting any sort of auto completions here because Python do not know what exactly is the type of the name. So if I do upper, as you can see, we are not getting any auto completions here. So here type annotations really shines. Okay. So if I now just add a colon here to this parameter and do str. So now Python knows, okay, this name is a string. And now if I add a dot, as you can see, all of the string methods are available as the auto completion here. Okay. So I can do upper. All right. Awesome. So in that way, Python type annotations really shines in this use case. Okay. Also, you can specify the return of this particular function here as well. As you can see, this is the greet function. Okay. So now I can do something like a result equals to greet. Okay. And this result is unknown currently right now, right? But now what I can do, I can add an arrow here. So just do something like this. Okay, hyphen and greater than sign and do str. Why str? Because we are returning a string here, right? Now, if I do that and save that, as you can see, the result is now string. Okay, it is not unknown anymore. It is string right now. So in that way, so if I just do something like result or do result, okay, dot, as you can see, we are getting once again auto completions for everything. So in that way we can add the return for our functions here as well. Okay, all right. So then how we can add the collection type here? So for example, what I want here, I want a variable called scores that should be a list of integers. So something like 10, 20, and intentionally currently right now I am giving it the string of a here. So currently right now, as you can see, we are not getting any sort of editor warnings or something like that. So here we can typecast this one as well. So list of string, okay, not string, it should be integer. All right, this is good. But once again, we are not getting any sort of errors here. We should be getting some sort of an error indicating like, hey, you cannot add this a here. So in that case, we have to install one extension. So Control B. So let's go to the extensions tab and type MyPy. Okay. So the MyPy is a type checking extension. So MyPy type checker extension here. Okay. And this extension comes with the MyPy package here. Okay. So I will just install this one. And as soon as we install that, as you can see, we are getting some errors here. List item 2 has incompatible type string expected int. Okay. So here, as you can see, we can do something like this. So now we are getting the proper errors here. And let's see what exactly is this error, what we are getting. So missing positional argument name. As you can see here, I intentionally missed the positional argument because it has to be a name, right? So now let's pass 10. If I just do that, as you can see, we are still getting an error saying like, hey, argument 1 to greet has incompatible type integer expected string. So in that way, as you can see, by using the MyPy extension, we are having a proper type checking before we are running the program itself. And this is a huge bonus. Okay. And that is why, in case if you know TypeScript, the TypeScript language really shines. We can add the similar type checking in Python as well. Okay, so let's do something like John. All right. Now, as you can see, all of the errors are gone. All right. So we have seen basically the list. In case if you want to add the string here as well, if I just do that, and you want to have the list of string or integers, what you can do, you can add a pipe here and do string. Okay. And in that case, what exactly we are saying? We are saying the scores is a list of integers or string. Okay, but currently right now, I will not add that here. All right. So I will just get rid of this one. Okay, so now let's check how we can basically typecast our dictionary as well. So for example, we are having the inventory dictionary equals to, so let's do apples. So that will be 10. Bananas, that will be something like 20. Okay, all right. So how we can typecast this one? Quite simply, so add a colon. That will be the dictionary, so DICT. Okay, and then we have to open up the square brackets here. The first one, the key should be string, right? So str. And the second one, the value should be the integer, so int. In case if I just do str once again, as you can see, we are getting the error by using the MyPy extension. So I will do int, integers. Okay, all right. Awesome. Once again, we can add the same thing with the tuples as well. So coordinates. So that will be a tuple of something like float float and string. Okay, so in that case, what we can do something like this. So now we can create a tuple here. So let's do something like, let's do a, for example. Here, as you can see, we are getting the errors once again. So let's do a tuple. Okay, let's add a 10 here, then 20, and then let's do banana. Okay, as you can see, it is basically typecasted as a float, but it is still integers. Okay, so but what we can do, we can just add something like this. Okay, all right, but here instead of this, if I just add a string, then we are getting the error as well. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So we can do something like this. Okay, so let's discuss about the union types, which we have discussed before as well, right? So here, as you can see, so something like user underscore ID, that can be an integer. So something like 1. Okay, so that can be an integer if you are working with some sort of an SQL database, or it can be a string as well. Okay, so this is the union type. Okay, so in that way we can union. So we are saying user ID can be integers or the string. So we can do something like this as well. Okay, that is totally good. But if I do something like a list of a, okay, then we will get the error. All right, I hope that makes sense. So let's do 10. All right, so this is the union types. And then there are a little bit other things which I want to point out here, is that before Python version, I believe it is 3.9 or 3.10, I have to look it out, but we have another one, which is the typing module. So from typing import, we can import the union as well. Okay, so as you can see, by using the typing module, we can do something like this. So here, if we want to basically do the union, okay, so then what we have to do, we have to do something like this. So let's do something like union, and let's add string, and let's do int. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Okay, but here I basically prefer this one. Also, we can define our literal types as well. So something like theme. Okay, theme equals to, that should be light or dark. Okay, so in that case, we can import the literal here. Okay, and here what we can do something like this. So colon literal, then light, comma dark. Okay, and here what we can do something like this. So if I just do a, in that case we are getting the error. Okay, so this is not the literal which we are expecting. If I do light, then we are not getting the error. So this is a little bit more clear and a little bit more precise than just declaring a string, basically, right? If I just do that, then I can pass a here or s here as well. Okay, which we don't want to do. All right, so you can go into the typing module a bit more as well. You can search for it inside of the Google if you want to add a little bit more knowledge about the typings in Python. Okay, but yeah, I think that makes sense, and I have covered all of the basic type annotations in Python. Okay, awesome. So in this video, we have learned about type annotation or type hints in Python.